We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. What?
I was going to say something that I shouldn't do.
Okay, well, don't say it.
Don't say it. That's our new motto. Don't say it.
When in doubt,
say it.
Shut up.
Oh, Merry Christmas, mate.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Do we? What do I? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
That's like a COVID hangover, that.
It is. Well, it's just knowing where your hand's been, that's all.
I think my hand has been many cleaner places than yours.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Why? What gives you that impression?
This
you
is our 10th anniversary. I've known you for just over 10 years.
Yeah, and I know how much defecation you get on your hands and fingers and stuff.
I don't wipe my arse with my hand.
Speaking of that, I was watching a video the other day on Instagram, and it was like a reel about something, and this guy, basically, he was like, we were talking about toilet paper and stuff, and it turns out for his whole life, rather than doing his business and then wiping with the toilet paper, he would wrap toilet paper around his hand and catch the deliverable.
I think someone's trying to be a bit of an attention-seeking gibbon there.
Well, maybe, but
are you a scruncher or a roller?
I'm a folder.
Folder, yeah. Sorry, folder, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't scrunch.
Well, I don't know why. It's my fault. I've lowered the tone straight away. But sometimes the jagged edge of the scrunch
can go
is
in.
Quite good.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Digging nuggets out. Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, I do hope you've enjoyed your Christmas luncheon, and you're now on to the King's Speech.
Is this going out on
Christmas Day? Yeah,
this is going out on Christmas Day. Is it? Okay.
Yeah. It's Christmas Day now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. That's what the Christmas hat's for.
Yeah.
On our trophies, we'll get onto those later.
Yes, I bet you're wondering what they're for, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it. This is the news. We've got a new setup here, so we haven't figured out how it works yet, but soon we'll be able to push buttons.
Well, if I press that button, it makes a cow noise. Listen, ready?
Well, do it.
Anyway, so should we get straight to the news then?
Let's
start with
some
positive news, shall we, Chris?
Let's do it.
The YMCA, the MCIA stats for November came out, and it's great news. It's great news. Do you want to hear the great news?
Let's do it.
So, after the doom and gloom, motorcycle sales are up from the previous November. This year, they're up 12.9%. I mean, how good's that?
Why do we think that is?
I don't know. I mean, there's lots of... You put me on the spot there. I don't know.
Is it mopeds? Is it?
No, I've excluded mopeds because they're down 31.8%. I'm talking about real bikes. You know what I mean? Real bikes.
Man's bikes.
Yeah, man's bikes. Yeah, Toblerone. Not Toblerone. Yorkie.
Frere Rocher. Lindor. Oh, I love those little. I've already eaten. I got a box of those Lindor.
Oh, the round balls.
Oh, smashed.
Oh my god.
One night.
See, I mean, just slightly go fat chat, slightly off topic for a minute. You know, when I came back, we came back from Italy. I was the heaviest I've ever been. I was like, right, let's go racing. I had a bit of a goal, a commitment. I was like, right, yes, I'm going to lose some weight. And I did, got down to 98. And I dread to think what I am again now.
Do you think you've gone up again?
Oh, wait, I reckon way over 100 again. Yeah.
I've got some scales out the back.
I don't want to do it. I'm going to wait till after Christmas and then...
Well, there's a weigh bridge around the corner, actually. It might be more apt.
But yeah, so motorcycle sales up 12.9%. So
brilliant. Well done, guys.
Well
done for buying motorbikes and living your life and just getting on with it. Well done.
So total registrations over the year down 2.9%. So that's not that bad.
That's not bad considering that there's not many dealers left to buy motorbikes from these days. So it's pretty good.
But while we're there, should we slip into motorcycle news?
Let's slip right into it.
Slip right in there. So good to see so many of you at motorcycle. It was a bit of a humbling experience, wasn't it? It was like everywhere we went.
Oh, you said motorcycle news then.
Oh, sorry.
Motorcycle live.
Motorcycle live.
I was like,
sorry.
Wrong channel. But yeah, Motorcycle Live.
Wow.
We were there, and it was such a refreshing, lovely experience to see all you guys in person. None of this keyboard bullshit. It was really great. The space itself, I thought it was really good this year.
Yeah.
Actually. They tried to get a bit. I think what did they try to do? Like a festival atmosphere with like street food.
Yeah.
But
which was really pricey.
It was, yeah, but it was good.
It was very good, yeah.
But the event was really good, and just to see so many, after, let's face it, a pretty tough year in motorbikes, so many people still interested, sitting on all the bikes, enjoying themselves, family, kids, brilliant. Wonderful to see. So
it was, I mean, the usual numbers sort of, I think it was just over 90,000, but I was there Monday, and then we were both there on the Saturday, Sunday, and all those days I was there, it was rammed. Like, genuinely, obviously you can get a few more in, but it was just, we couldn't move for photos, could we? It was so cool to see so many of you guys, meet a lot of you, see a lot of you again, and definitely be back bigger and better in 2025.
Yeah, and we did a talk on the stage.
We did,
like real famous people.
We did,
and the Ducati platform thing as well.
Yeah.
So, going up in the world. And then we went to the casino at night.
Yeah, and lost all the money.
Okay, well, should we tackle the hot potato? Das hot potato?
Let's tackle the elephant in the room, shall we?
Yeah, the big orange elephant.
Big, hefty, orange effalump of an elephant.
Yeah, so it probably hasn't escaped you in the news that KTM is having some difficulties. And we did a video. Now, a lot of people are like, where's this video gone? Where's this video gone? We'll explain now what happened, because some of the theories on the internet are wild.
They're wild.
We're being paid to take videos down and all this
I wish
stuff.
we were paid. Can you imagine that?
I know. It'd be brilliant. So we're going to clarify the situation, and ultimately, I mean, it was a bit more of your project. You actually went out to the factory, tried to understand these problems and blah, 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 which I don't think that is why KTM have had these financial issues. I think there's two separate things here, by the way.
No.
But our issue we're talking about now is we put a video up about the issues that you guys have been saying to us about what about these cams that keep breaking and all this stuff. So we went out of our way to try and give you the information, spoke to the factory, they gave us some information. We put a video out on it, and from your guys' reaction, it seemed that perhaps the information we got from the factory maybe wasn't the full story.
No, I mean, there was. I think for me there's two elements. For starters, we had to do something about the negativity. Every time we rode a KTM, it was like cams, or I'm not saying everything, but there was a minority who just, it was like a vitriol, just a really bizarre kind of. I don't want to use the word attack, but there was elements of the internet which was coming in, not necessarily interested in the KTM we were riding, but they just wanted to have a go, yeah. So we had to do something about it, and the only way we could do something about it was make a video on it. And until we had all the pies,
all the cakes, all the schnitzels,
until we had all the tools to do the job properly, we couldn't couldn't put the video out. So, like I said, we made this video. Now, there's two elements as to why we took it down. The first one, I mean, initially I was like, I don't think we should put it up, because we knew there was something bubbling. Obviously, there was news that KTM was struggling financially, and we'd heard sort of rumours and bits and bobs. But actually, just on the day that we put it up, we actually heard, not through official sources or press releases, but we knew something was coming. I thought, right, let's put a video out. There's far too much time and effort have gone into this video, so let's just get it up and see what happens. But then the kind of the final straw for taking it down was just the abuse. It was, frankly, that was it. It was just what's the point in putting all this effort into making something and just getting ripped down? I was like, and Chris was out doing something busy that night when I posted it,
looking after my elderly and infirm father.
Okay, well,
that's all right. Well, I wasn't out having a party.
No.
I wasn't on the doobies.
I wasn't out.
Wasn't out
on the mitzies.
No.
Throwing shapes in anyway.
Starlights.
Yeah. So I couldn't get hold of him, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to entertain that. I'm just going to take it down. And, since then, things have got from bad to worse for KTM. And, that video is almost irrelevant as to what's going on with KTM at the moment. So, yeah, here we are. A few months.
But we can absolutely categorically say that we were not paid to take it down. The issue for us was, hang on, there's more information that is yet to come to light.
Yeah.
So it's almost unfair on everyone if that video is out in the public domain when we don't know what the full story is. So it's as simple as that. There is no grand conspiracy, although I love a conspiracy theory, don't get me wrong. But there is no grand conspiracy. And then afterwards, we even shot an intro because we were going to put the video back up.
Yes, explaining
this is what it is in its full state. Because it's not even a dramatic video. It's just a video about cams and stuff. But by the time that one went out and every other video, and that same sort of faction of people was just like, oh, KTM video, oh, what a surprise, taken down, all of this stuff. Like, it was just like, do you know what? We're not interested in trying to help anymore. It's kind of, we're just a bit done with it.
And this is it. This is the bottom line. We put this video out to try and help, not, no other reason whatsoever. Mm. And that's coming from my journalistic background, if you like. And sometimes I think, well, actually, what's the fucking point? Yeah. What's the point in putting an effort into these sort of things when we just ride bikes around Bristol and be dicks and, have more fun? So maybe it's something we learn in the future. I don't know. But yes. And again, as you mentioned, there was lots of little things have happened since, and I'm sure you're all aware of, the 90-day thing, KTM coming out and basically putting itself into self-administration. But what I will say is, so KTM is made up of lots of different, although KTM is part of the Pira group, KTM is made up of lots of different companies itself. So there are a few areas of the company like R&D and KTM components, which are financially buggered. So they're the two major ones in the group that have they've ruined it for everyone else in the company, so to speak. So it's kind of...
It whiffs a bit, though. It still whiffs. And just, I'll say, in that video that we put out, we were very clear to say, when they invited us out to the factory, it was like, oh, look, there's a bit of a problem, but we've resolved it. But look how much wonderful stuff we've got. And we didn't mention it was a bit like, it's a brand, ultimately, and they want to always look good. But anyway, moving on.
And just on that subject, the timing of, I don't know if you've seen, there was a video that went out of, I can't remember what it's called, behind the scenes at KTM, which was some video of that sort of event, if you like. And it was the timing, they put the video out like a week after they announced this, this latest setback, or the major setback. And there is a bit of like, la 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 going on.
Yeah. And I will also say, again, in the intro of that video that we shot, which we didn't put up, we totally understand the anger and frustration from a customer. If you've bought a bike and there's a problem with it and you're not being heard and you're not being served the way you should be served, we absolutely, totally get that. And I'd be livid as well. Totally. And so we understand that where the anger is coming from. We're not having a go at you. It's just, it just is what it is. But for all of the sort of hoo-ha that's happening, if KTM does drop out or have a serious problem, it harms everyone in the motorcycle industry. Opponent brands, customers, everyone. So yes, there's some problems, and we really hope they sort it out, because an industry with one less major player in is just a weakened industry. So whatever happens, we hope they sort it out, and we hope that the customers get resolution.
Yes.
Like that's it, and we can all be stronger together. It sounds like a Labour Party political
Tory,
broadcast.
I'm going to say Tory, but yeah, same thing. They're all... Anyway. There was rumours of KTM binning off MV Agusta. Now, this apparently happened there was a union meeting in Italy, and no one from KTM or MV were there, but apparently this is where the news came from. So we're not sure whether this is happening or not yet. But there were just rumours coming from this union meeting in Italy. So
it would make sense, to be honest.
It would do. I mean, we were talking about the last news, weren't we? About MV being passed around like a blooming doobie.
Yeah.
Pass the MV to the left-hand side.
Have a drag on my dragster. Anyway.
Yeah.
Look, whatever happens, let's hope it all works out nicely for everyone. Because it'll be a shame if there's big problems.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Let's
So moving on from that interesting news to fake news. We've all heard it in the news: disinformation, misinformation, malinformation, and
malware,
information.
Malcolm.
So it's kind of basically, if this was a point you wanted to make, just about the amount of shittery that is on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of stemmed from the KTM thing in some ways, but just, I mean, I don't know about you, but my feed in various forms of social media is just full of just bollocks, utter bollocks, and people are buying it, they're reading it, they're watching it, and they're taking it in, and they're believing it, and it is just, I'm talking about MotoGP news, I'm talking about manufacturer stuff, everything in bikes. Obviously my feed is full of bikes anyway, but the sort of suggestions that pop up in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Like, thankfully we've got a really good kind of community at 44 Teeth, but I am surprised that some of you guys still, fall for this sort of stuff. It's just bizarre.
But give an example though. What they're falling for though,
so
we can spot malinformation.
I'm just talking about, for instance, these sort of Instagram, Facebook pages that talk about MotoGP news, and and it's just all clickbait bollocks.
But that is the internet,
and goes back to those AI videos we were talking about. So someone is going to rip a load of video from the internet, not put their own voice in, and put an AI voice over the top, and talking about a MotoGP story or a manufacturer story, and just because it's on the internet, it doesn't mean it's true.
Absolutely.
And my point, the bottom line is, believe it or not, you can trust us. The bottom line is, you've got to pick and choose who you trust. Just because it's on the internet, just because they've got a few thousand likes or subscribers, whatever else, it doesn't mean it's real. Like, there's so, and this goes back to another kind of a bit of a deeper.
But it also doesn't mean it's not real either.
No. But there's especially at the moment, there is a ton of shit on the internet that just isn't worth reading. But anyway, Matt Oxley put a rant on X, Twitter, the other day or whatever else. Matt Oxley, MotoGP journalist, very well respected, ex-racer, TT winner, FIM world champion, world endurance champion. There's lots of people in the MotoGP sort of community that like to post stuff and basically rip off all of the full-time MotoGP journalists' work. They rip the pictures, the video, the words, everything else, and put them on their own sort of profile or own website or channel, whatever else. And it boils my piss to see people that, spend a lot of money and time and effort on making good content, and it's just, ripped off. I mean, it's a bit of a rant, I know, but it's a very valid rant. Yeah.
But you can extrapolate it out of motorcycles to the rest of life.
Yes.
And it is, unfortunately, all the social platforms are just a race for eyeballs. And it doesn't seem to matter what the content is. Like, we could produce the most beautiful video ever.
Yes.
But if it's not thumbnailed correctly
Yeah.
and titled right, it's not going to get the traction. It's not going to get the views. So it is sensationalist. They're all playing the game. And unfortunately, I don't know what the answer is, but the platforms themselves need to have some sort of way. I mean, this algorithmic self-regulation, self-generation. Like, if I was like, and looked at a couple of posts on trophies, I'd just get trophy after trophy after trophy. So it trawls. It's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
If you started looking at some of those sites, which are like that, then you're going to get fed more. You're going to get fed more, and you're going to get fed more until you're sick of it. And then you just go and build a cabin in the woods. Just you and your
rental.
Just me and Chardonnay.
Anyway, just my point is, just don't believe the hype. Don't believe some of the stuff that's on the internet. That's all I'm trying to say.
I don't think it's even believing. I just think it's double check. Right, so our mate Rennie's made a book, hasn't he?
He has made a book. So it's been out for a while, and it's my gross negligence that hasn't has meant it hasn't been in the news for a while. But Race of the Titans, so it's a story of the famous Hislop versus Fogarty at the TT in 1992. And I've just got to say, it's whether you're a 4-year-old kid or a 74-year-old adult, it is a book to go and read. So anyways, quick shout out for Rennie. You can go and buy the book, link in the description. And I don't know if you can get a discount now. But yeah, there are some signed books available from Foggy, and there are the normal books. So anyway, check the link below, go and check it out, and thumb it in.
I didn't have you down as much of a reader.
Why not? We get lots of emails and comments and everything else. And honestly, I really wish, it's not us ignoring you. I wish we could reply to every comment and email and everything else that we get. It's just physical impossibility that it's just not going to happen, sadly. But we do our best to reply to all of you guys, and I'm sorry we can't. Like I said, I'm sorry we can't reply to all of them. But now and again we get these emails, and this is just a worthy shout out. So this is from Dave B, and he sends us a picture of Highway 44 in New Zealand, and he says, "This is probably the last time I bother you with 44s found in New Zealand. However, you might like to know that State Highway 44, which is New Zealand's third shortest highway at 5.2 kilometres. 5.2 kilometres.
It's not long.
It's not long at all, is it? And it's the shortest in the North Island. It's found entirely within the city of New Plymouth." Anyway, Dave was out on his GSA, 1200 GSA.
Go on, son.
And took a picture to send to us. And so anyway, thank you, Dave. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Love you, Dave.
Right, so another more positive news for 2025, we're expanding, and we're taking on a much bigger unit, so sadly we'll probably be out of here fairly soon. And but the good news is we've got loads and loads of space to set up studios, we don't have to keep moving stuff around and stuff like that. It's going to be amazing. As a byproduct of that, we've also got quite a lot of space. Now, I did a video on my BVG channel just sort of airing the possibility that this may happen, which is effectively we've realised that there's quite a lot of space to potentially keep some of your bikes in. So it's started up and it's running now. We've actually got some customers' bikes already, and it is a place to keep your bike nice and warm over the winter for a reasonable price, and it can hang out with our bikes and they can all have a great little time.
Like babies.
Yeah, like Toy Story when they turn all the lights off and stuff,
and
then all the bikes like start talking to each other. That's what I imagine.
And we won't ride them.
No, we can ride them.
We can ride them.
Yeah. If you want us to take them out for a ride and just enjoy them and wheelie the shit out of them, then we're more than happy to do that. But yeah, so it's basically a bike storage company in the south of England called Pitbox, and I think it's a brilliant idea, especially as people can't insure their bikes really in London and stuff anymore. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll put a link to the description below, and check it out. Come see us. And I've been out on the rounds in the van picking bikes up for customers.
Postman Chris.
Right, and it's actually been really nice. So.
Just a quick one on actually insurance. I mean, even Boothie couldn't get insurance the other day because
this is one leg.
Well, no. It was more to do with the fact that he didn't have his no claims bonus. And I'm hearing it was worse and worse. I mean, this is not just London. It's getting the whole industry is soon going to be, motorcycle sales. There's no doubt a segment of motorcycle sales are falling their ass because of insurance. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
And, yeah. And if someone as classy as Boothie can't get his insurance, then it's not a lot of hope for us.
Well, it's a big problem for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I know James, who works at Vines BMW. A lot of customers like, I want that S1000, whatever, cool, here's the money, everything's sorted, finance, all done. And then 2 days before they're supposed to pick it up, they go, I can't get an insurance quote, sorry. And the sales falls through. So I wonder how many more sales would be up, according to the MCIA figures, if insurance was a reasonable system. But anyway, insurance aside, we can come look after your bike, come pick it up, whatever you need, and keep it nice and warm and dry for the winter, and go have fun with it. So Pitbox.
This next segment of the show is all about 2024, and as we look into 2025, I mean, we've got a really cracking segment. It's called Xmas Luncheon or Xmas Truncheon. So stay around.
We're actually going to call it that?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah. So stay around for for this new segment.
Truncheon or luncheon?
Truncheon or luncheon. But particularly there's a bit of a Christmas flavour to it. So, right. So I guess you're wondering why we got these trophies, aren't you? You are, aren't you? They're not for us.
No. Therefore, our favourite somethings of the year.
So this is the 44 Teeth Awards, the annual extravaganza where we come together, gather our thoughts, and hand out the trophies to those most deserved.
And I will just say that even though we are going to metaphorically give these people or items these trophies, these are actually my trophies, so they're not actually going to get those.
Why do you not say that?
Because I don't want them to expect it in the post. Why?
You just ruined the magic of Christmas.
What? I came up with even...
Just don't say it. Don't say it.
I was going to go to Timpson's earlier and get some little egg cups.
So, the best racer of 2024. I mean, I can pretty much... I genuinely haven't asked you, Chris, but I pretty much know who your racer of 2024 is.
Well, there is only one.
No, there's two.
There is only one,
There's
that's Top Rack. That's Gallagher. World Superbike. Defying all the odds last year, getting laughed at. Gonna BMW, all of that shit. And that guy, and to be fair, the team, but that guy has completely switched it around. And then to dominate in such, like, biggest winning streak ever in history, 14 races in a row, I think it was. And then
which is skewed slightly because they got 3 races in the weekend now. But
okay, but then to have that really nasty accident in Manicourt as well could have ended his season. Could have ended his life.
That was bad. Yeah, yeah.
And then watching the championship, then come back to Ducati and Bullaga and stuff, but then coming back and putting it straight back on the podium again. And there is no other racer who deserves it more, in my opinion, than Top Rack Razgaliyoglu. That's how he says it.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm laughing. Okay, my counter argument is
wrong.
Previously, oh yeah, of course it is. Previously, there was me and my missus. We shared a very
open relationship,
a very exclusive partnership in bed. However, there was one man who we'd both say, look, if you want to come and get in for cuddles, sexy cuddles, is Valentino Rossi. Now that has been opened up somewhat. So now it's Jorge Martin. So
and Rossi, or is Rossi
and Rossi?
out?
No, Rossi's allowed in as well.
He's once allowed in, always allowed in.
Always allowed in. Okay. But it's now been opened up. The floodgates have opened.
The curtains have been drawn.
And Jorge Martin, if you're listening, you're welcome to come and listen to me snore.
I'm surprised he's not here right now.
I know.
Smashing the door down.
It? That guy, what that guy's done this year is, and he's been on a factory bike. I know that, but this is the first independent World Championship title since Rossi, which is a nice little segue, isn't it, I suppose? But yeah, just what a guy. What a guy. Unfortunately now, I don't see him reclaiming his title in the Aprilia unless the Normali factory bring something magic out of their arseholes over winter. But there we go. Jorge Martin, my champion of 2024. So, can we give him one each?
No.
Why not?
Because it's obviously Top Rack.
It's not.
But I mean, I think everyone watching will. I mean, I like Martin as well, and I'm happy he won. But
all right, give us Top Rack. Fucking hell.
Right, Top Rack. This is for you. Well, it's not. It's mine, but you can hold it.
And the trophy. Right, your favourite motorcycle of 2024, Chris?
This is a tough one.
This is really tough, and I still haven't decided.
Nor have I. And so this is either released or announced.
Yes.
That we know of now.
Yes. Oh, for fuck's sake! Just answer it.
It's a thing. It's got to be the Panigale V4. Sorry.
I mean, that's my obvious choice.
Yeah.
Because although I didn't ride it in the dry, what a fucking motorcycle. I mean, wow.
It's just, it feels, and look, we're all going to have an argument about electronics now, but they're here, they've been around for ages, but the way, and arguably it can take away some of the emotion of riding and all of that stuff. Totally get that. But this, I mean, look, if we do a group test this year, which we will, on that bike and some of the other top manufacturers, we'll truly see actually how far ahead it is.
Yeah.
But riding it, it feels like it's the next level. It
Yeah.
feels like it's the next step. So in terms of what a superbike is for, we're not talking about going down, posing on the beachfront, looking cool. We're talking about lap time and going as fast as possible, because that's what superbikes, supercars, all of these things are supposed to be for. I don't think you can argue that it's not a big leap. I think it's one of the biggest leaps that we've had for a while.
With the electronics and the way the brake and just everything
And
just
the
package.
ease, it's gone more towards, it's like an S1000 Ducati.
Yeah.
It's super easy to ride.
Yeah.
And super fast. And it looks really good. Yeah, swing arm, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But
I actually prefer it now. I think I look at the older bike now, I go, it looks a bit 2018. It looks a bit cheap. Yeah. Don't be wrong. The 916s and 998s, absolutely. There's no way you could put a twin-sided swing arm on it. But the Panigale V4 now, I look at it and go, I really want to fist it. But yes, I echo everything you said there, Chris. But I will say, I've got to give a shout out, an honourable mention to the new Hornet.
I thought it might be that.
Because how Honda can make a bike under 10 grand. I mean, the spec isn't brilliant. Sorry, the electronics aren't brilliant, although the spec is half decent, Öhlins, etc., etc. You know, it goes against everything we know about motorcycling these days. It's almost like we've been built up. We've got these 30 grand super bikes, and we've got 20 grand super nakeds, 25 grand adventure bikes, and we've got all of this. And then Honda go reset and bring
back
this
to basics.
Back to basics.
Like, I don't know why Ducati can't make. There's a beautiful 916 there. Why don't they literally take the new V2?
I know that.
And patent the fairings and all the tank and everything off that and just stick it on that bike.
If you are listening to Cat, I actually asked.
It would sell in the millions. The millions. Take all the electronics off. Don't need none of that. Just organic, orgasmic.
Yeah. When me and Boothie were at the factory, I asked some of the Ducati guys whether they had thought about it. And there was, they said, basically, of course they have. And they couldn't tell me exactly if it was going to happen, but of course they shut it down straight away. But, you know, there's that thought there. You know, they're not completely naive to the fact that have the sexiest motorcycle ever made in their
second sexy. Yeah.
What's the second? The MV. The MV. No. No. This is a good shout.
Arguably.
No, there's no argument to be done. 916 or MV Agusta F4. No.
Yeah, but it's a bit like nobody can argue with a 916. It's got its place in modern culture, motorcycling culture, that if anyone goes, oh, what's your favourite bike? Oh, you can just say 916 and everyone will think you're cool. So it's kind of, you got to strip that away and look at the vehicle, look at the design of it. They just need to do it.
And also, go back to the Honda, fair play. I mean, like I said, I've never ridden a Honda that made me smile as much as that. So
really?
No.
It's that good?
Because I'm excluding 5 blades on track.
Did you double drop some beans before
I did, yeah. Couple of Mitzies.
Gurning your way around Marbella.
Benidorm. We went to this bar on Saturday night afterwards, and we were talking about vans, and someone I was with said, where's the van? And this fat English bloke, I don't know where he's from up north, he goes, did you say, where's the bag? I went, no, talking about the van. He goes, I got some bag. Do you want some bag? He was just slinging these bags out in Benidorm on the high street at 10 o'clock at night. It was just, anyway. Yeah. Anyway.
Hang out with him, did you?
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. Bit of pub grub. Anyway, yeah, well on Honda. Should we...
But who are we going to give it to, though?
Oh, well, Top Rack. No, hang on.
Actually, yeah, Top Rack. Top Rack, you've got a second award for the best motorcycle.
Ducati.
Yeah,
new Panigale V4.
I think so. Is it time for luncheon or truncheon?
It's time for masturbate.
Is masturbate the same as luncheon and truncheon?
Yes.
Luncheon and truncheon.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I like the idea of a game luncheon or truncheon though, because it's like you could play it several ways. Like, does it give you a truncheon?
Yeah.
Or is it
like a
just
lunch?
a luncheon, like spam?
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a bike could be.
Yeah.
You could go Fireblade SP or R1M, luncheon or truncheon.
Yeah.
You go,
Okay.
Or you just say a bike and go.
Yeah, luncheon.
Luncheon.
I mean, we gone slightly off topic here. Slightly. I mean, it was a mass debate surrounding Christmas dinner. So a Christmas themed luncheon or truncheon. And from my end of things, I'm a big turkey guy. Like on Christmas Day.
Top rack must go to your glue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think he has turkey?
No, what's that?
Bacala. Chakalaka.
Shakalaka. We had some shakalaka for
We did,
lunch.
yeah.
Lunch, not
Our
truncheon.
Christmas do. That was a rowdy one, wasn't it, Chris?
It was, down the pub.
Whee!
Notebook and a Coke Zero.
Yeah. So what's your take on Christmas lunch?
So no, but it's not. But surely you're going to say turkey or beef for Christmas dinner.
Well, I'm just before we get to that. I'm just gonna.
Well, I quite like turkey and I like the tradition of it, but I do prefer a nice organic chicken.
Really? What, on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Is that what you've done in the past?
I just prefer it as a meat.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, turkey's too dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the best gravy and the most exquisite cheesy leeks and stuffing don't get it wet enough.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not. I couldn't do a red meat on Christmas.
No.
It has to be a bird.
No.
Maybe a goose. Have you ever eaten swan before?
No, but what did I eat the other day?
Fucking disgusting.
I ate
So that's the
fox.
first time I've sworn today.
Not.
It is.
I ate fox. Where did I eat? No, sorry, I had squirrel in South Africa this year.
But that fills you up.
What?
I had a pigeon once.
But I didn't know.
Disgusting.
Is it real fatty?
No, gamey.
Gamey.
Like
fatty.
Like urine. Like gamey, smoky piss.
Really?
Just horrible. Raw. Just horrible.
Raw pigeon?
Yeah.
What, just a bit of roadkill?
Yeah. It was outside McDonald's. You know the ones that can't run away because they've got like chips stuck to their feet? Yeah. But no, I had swan once. If there was one meat which is just sin, it's swan.
Really?
Yeah.
In what way?
It literally tasted like the bottom of a pond. Like mud, silt, and fish. It was like several decades of dead fish and pond life.
Because like when you get fishy fish, it smells like
This was fishy chicken.
but it smells like a Grimsby trawler. In that it's just
It shouldn't smell like
no,
that.
it
Yeah.
shouldn't smell like that. I like fishy fish, but not that fishy. But anyway, so how are we going to attack this Xmas luncheon or truncheon?
Well, I
then?
don't know. I thought luncheon or truncheon. I thought it would be more about sprout versus parsnip.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because I actually think sprouts are probably the most traditional, best bit of Christmas.
Sprouts are the devil's danglies. They're awful things.
How have you made them? How are they made? How
I
are they
don't
displayed?
care. Just the smell, just awful things.
Yeah, but that's. I'm not saying they're the most delicious thing on the plate, but it's the you've got to go through it.
Okay, right. Okay.
It's a Christmas thing. Isn't
they're
it?
on the table, but I don't touch them.
Like when else do you eat sprouts?
I'm a turkey. I'm a couple of sheets of turkey.
Sheets.
Yeah, a couple of sheets of turkey. Four pigs in blankets.
4 pigs in blankets. 2 sheets of turkey.
Couple of stuffing balls.
3 or 4 of them.
Cheesy leeks, carrots, assorted veg, potatoes. Lovely, but
Chuck a Yorkshire in there, maybe.
yes, we're not usually Yorkshire people in the Fagan household. No.
I don't think you
But we've got smoked salmon for starters. You've got to have smoked salmon for starters.
Yeah, smoked salmon bellinis
with bread. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
What's bellinis?
It's their little like amuse.
Oh, like
bouches.
amuse bouche. No, see, yeah, got to have white bread, buttered, smoked salmon. Yeah,
with a squirt of lemon.
Yeah,
yeah,
and some
and
herb.
maybe a bit of dill.
Yeah,
Dill.
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 But
you didn't mention roast potatoes, which are the
did mention
that's
roast
the cornerstone of.
I did mention roast potatoes.
Did you?
Yeah,
that's the cornerstone.
Roasties.
Oh, okay.
I think pigs in blankets are the cornerstone of.
No, fuck off.
Yeah.
No.
You don't get an M&S roast potato sandwich, do you?
I eat roast potato sandwiches the day after.
Well,
and actually,
no, but I mean, you don't get an M&S roast potato sandwich. You get a turkey and pigs in blankets sandwich. You don't get a freaking roast potato sandwich, do you?
They're missing a trick. You do in Spain, don't you? There's like Spanish omelette. I think my favourite nibble of Christmas. The nibble of Christmas. Sounds like a really nice children's novel.
Chop.
Pavel Novlichop. He was the striker for Spurs in 1978, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Bubble and Squeak.
Yes.
Boxing Day Bubble and Squeak with a fried egg on top. Runny, not too runny, not so the albumin's still just absorbed into the plate of refried potato. Because you can't make Bubble and Squeak from scratch. It has to be.
Oh yeah, of course.
A leftover smash, and it feels efficient.
Yeah. I think that was a rather successful Xmas luncheon or truncheon, don't you?
I think luncheon or truncheon should stay in 2025.
But we do have the original.
It'll be a quick fire, so it'll be like Aprilia RS660.
Luncheon.
Street Triple RS.
Truncheon.
Exactly.
Harley Davidson Street Glide.
Luncheon.
Ducati V4.
Truncheon.
Brilliant.
And Right, well, we hope you enjoyed this little Christmas sing-along. And we honestly thank you so much for all your support over this year. It's been fantastic, and hopefully next year is going to be even better. And we'll see a lot of you in the cinema. It's coming up, Budget Bike Battle. And in fact, we need to... You might have noticed the shed in the background there. I've got a lot of work to do over Chrimbo. So thank you so much for watching, and we love you.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, guys.
Right, guys, so just thought we'd jump on here quickly because quite a few of you have asked how you can get involved with Budget Bike Battle, and this year, for the first time ever, we're going to try and facilitate that. So we are allowing fans, sponsors...
anything.
Anything. I'm sure a lot of you guys run your own business, or you might be part of a bike club.
Scaffolders.
Dodgy cash in hand, whatever, and you want to get involved in Budget Bike Battle, and we are offering the exclusive to be, it's basically akin to World Superbike sponsorship, isn't it? So,
basically, but to more people.
Yeah, to more people, more relevant people.
Yeah.
So we're going to offer out some sponsor slots on each bike.
Yep. And leathers. Maybe just bike.
Yeah, well, leathers maybe, but
definitely bike.
That's a difficult thing to,
right.
It's easier to print some
Depends how
stickers.
much money it is.
Yeah, if you've got billions, then that's fair enough. But yeah, so from as little as 500 quid, you can get involved and you will become a VIP sponsor of Budget Bike Battle. You'll get 2 free tickets to any cinema location of your choice. Come and hang out with us. Naming credits, all of that brilliant, fantastic stuff. So that's the lowest entry point. It's 500 quid, and that'll be for like a belly pan type thing. And if you're interested in helping us out more, then by all means, we can talk about being a hero sponsor of each bike. And rather than going to big corporate masses and try and knock on the door and go, can we talk about, stuff which is maybe somewhat unsavory sometimes, we thought we'd offer it out to you guys.
To the masses.
To the masses, exactly. So if you're interested, then drop an email to myself, chris@44teeth.com, and we will get back to you. Come on down to Aunt Fanny's Fudgery for delicious cake and juicy gossip. It's all in the fingers.